Central Station, at the heart of Glasgow for 140 years. Meet the people who make the station work. Running over 950 trains a day for 32 million passengers a year.
Every day there's always some challenges. I've got good optimism every day. You have to have as a station manager.
There's one thing I hate is an unhappy passenger.
It's supposed to look like it's going to look clockwork. That's because we're really good at it.
Guys, get through the white gate over there, please. Thank you. Organised chaos. Let me make it work.
Central to Glasgow. That's Glasgow Central.
I'm ready for my close-up now, Mr. DeLeo.
No job's too big or small. So Monday is pigeon check day. I'm going to count pigeons.
Day and night for one long summer, we follow the people working all hours to keep the station on track. This time on Inside Central Station.
We couldn't believe it's June when we've got leaves blowing about and winds of this speed. This is unprecedented.
Trees have come from gardens, the high winds have brought them down, they've brought down fences.
I'm going to kill you, there's no trains!
We've got Jay Z and Beyonce at Hampton today, which is great news for us.
I like the colour and the noise and how you can travel on them.
There he is, going to wave.
Over 100,000 people pass through Glasgow Central every single day. Travelling to 160 stations in Scotland and further afield.
The 1340's cancelled, isn't it?
1340, aye. That's a 1340.
Oh, is it?
I told you. 1240 was cancelled, make it a 1340. 2 o'clock's trapped at Carlisle because of...
The journey to Manchester Airport is operated by TransPennine Express. Today, the team have a problem.
One of our trains, which is the 9:10 service from Manchester Airport, is due to come in here at 12:30 today. Unfortunately, it's broken down between Carlisle and Lockerbie. Because of the layout of the track, this has now blocked the West Coast Main Line. Where are you travelling to?
Oxenholme.
Oxenholme. We hope the 1509 will run. We're just waiting to see if we can get the train rescued and hopefully clear the line. At the moment, it's a 1509, yeah. 1509? Yeah, I'm afraid so, yeah.
No other trains?
Not at the moment, no.
Wow.
A large number of passengers for the cancelled trains are now waiting on the concourse.
There isn't an actual count, but it's approximately about 80. But that London train's been cancelled also. So whichever train leaves first is going to be full and standing.
It's booked on this train, advanced first class.
Yeah, I'm afraid you need to travel with TransPennine then, and the next train's a 1509.
You're having a laugh?
No, I'm afraid not.
After 8 years on the job, John's learned how to keep customers cool.
Right, OK,
So
we'll
if you want
get
to
there the
just sit, chill and have a beer and
Right,
be
so
fine.
just keep taking.
Aye, you'll be fine. Broken down. Some people can do the job, some people can't. If you get phased, you shouldn't be here. There's worse things in life to worry about, so as long as you tell people the truth.
What's the route up the West Coast Main Line today then?
There was a broken down train.
Oh, whose train?
I'm not telling you. 1509 from Glasgow Central, is that likely to run?
I've got a first class ticket to go from here to Leeds and I can't travel, so it's 2 hours wait. So completely disappointed.
So the options that you've got at the moment are waiting until the 1509, which your ticket will then be valid for.
It is frustrating, yes, but at the end of the day, if you get home safe, that's all that matters.
You're going to Leeds? Well, you can get the platform 4 service. That takes you to Edinburgh Waverley, and then you go to Leeds down the East Coast. And that train's leaving in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, platform 4.
Getting some passengers moving is easier than others.
I don't want to sit in a bus for us. So what's the other option?
Since you're flying tomorrow morning, I would just go and get yourself a glass of wine. Just chill out a bit.
Chill out? Do you know the week I've had?
Wait a minute. You know the week I've had? Trust me.
I know what happens with the seats.
I'll get you seats.
You get a seat. Do you know what you can get? You can get a seats in first class.
I'm not a magician.
But John has one last trick up his sleeve.
I'm just going to get taxis to Lockerbie and Carlisle. Taxis should be here within about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right?
Again, I've heard that before from
trust me.
people. Yeah.
Trust me. Game on. That's us. Carlisle, mate, okay? That's us. Hopefully. At Lockerbie, they're at the moment trying to rescue the train. And we should get an update from our control within the next 30 minutes. And that will see the end of the disruption.
I think that's TransPennine coming now.
Hey!
It's a race against time to get the train ready for departure.
Me. Guys.
And there's one last thing to remember.
A couple of ones for first class. Say 2 seats there, right? We turned the train round in around 5-6 minutes.
What's your personal record?
3 minutes. We all work together. People are here to move, we're here to move them.
Tells you where it's going up here, isn't it? I'm Dave Marshall. This is my train spotting pal, grandson Callum. 220016. Oh, very good. That's all right. It's more trendy to call yourself a train enthusiast nowadays. Right, we'll go further up now. Okay, I'll take this with me. Thank you. We just enjoy watching trains together.
I like the sound of them. I like the colour and the noise and how you can travel on them.
I think it's just the excitement of different locomotives coming in, different engines, massive, powerful machines. I think my first time here must have been as a train spotter. We're talking about the late 1950s, the days of steam. And I do remember arriving into new train spotting and a locomotive, an engine, was stopped at the signal and the driver said to me, "How do you fancy jumping on the footplate and I'll take you out to Palmedy engine sheds?" To a train spotter, this was going to be fantastic. So went out to Palmedy, giving no thought to how I would get home. Travelling in to work in the train in the morning, I think I must have been the only rail commuter who was actually more interested in the journey to work to Central Station here. And this is that was my first season ticket from 1961. And it's the cost of that was 14 and 8pence, which is about, in today's money, 75 pence for a month return ticket. Sadly, the train changed dramatically and it moved on. The train spotting really starts maybe on the train on the way in, and then you usually head for platform 1 or 2, don't we? 1 or 2, and quite often it's a Pendolino. Is that Pendolino your favourite, isn't it? Yeah.
Probably just because it's electric and it's aerodynamic. And it's got good colours.
Which other trains leave from here, from platform 2 and 3?
Cross country,
Cross country
TransPennine.
and
One
TransPennine.
leaving right now.
There's one just leaving right now, yes. There's a Pendolino. Was it a Pendolino? Yeah. Not a very busy train, that is it? We often travel from here to Carluke, and what do we see in Carluke? We see
Pendolinos, freight trains sometimes.
That's the brakes going on. Hear the brakes going off? There he is. There he is. Give him a wave. Right, goodbye, Mr. Pendolino.
Is this one going to be okay if it's back working?
What's this, 1 Yankee 41?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did 50 hours, 1323, 1605.
All trains to and from Central Station are controlled from the West of Scotland Signalling Centre in the north of the city.
In terms of weather forecast, what we've received this morning is advice of some very strong gusts of wind affecting Scotland really from late Wednesday.
Today, there's a storm brewing.
This is Mark's favourite conference because he wanted to be a weatherman when he grew up.
I do enjoy these forecasts and also these conference calls as long as we get it right, so very important. Okay, this is a very serious conference call.
The alliance between Network Rail and ScotRail is vital to the smooth running of the railways, so managers from both call in for Mark's weather briefing.
So in terms of Glasgow delivery unit, please, anything specific for Glasgow?
At Dalmally, we've had a number of trees down over the past few months. If there could be some additional checks or some resources in that area ready to deal with.
The risk is certainly with trees being in full leaf, if there is a strong gust of wind, it's more likely to get taken down, presenting a risk to overhead line equipment.
Afternoon, Mark, it's Liam.
Hi, Liam.
We've got quite a number of tree cutting resource out on Wednesday night anyway, so we'll look to divert them onto weather response should the weather come.
Thanks. So again, if we can keep that tree cutting capability from late Wednesday right the way through until late Thursday, the 24-hour period, that would be a big help.
But see where the weather forecast takes us over the next 24 hours.
OK, everyone, we'll have a further conference call at 12 noon tomorrow. That's a conference call. There have been a number of occasions where actually on the day of the weather event, it's changed. We spend a lot of time in this office reviewing weather forecasts, a lot of time looking at the weather and making sure that we've taken it into account and we're never caught by surprise.
Morning. Nice smooth ride today. Is this the end of the nice weather then?
Catherine is today's conductor on the TransPennine Express to Manchester Airport.
My role is just to set the reservations, keep an eye out just in case there's any bikes. Passengers needing assistance, for example, wheelchair passengers.
The sooner these are automatic, the better. Every day is different, and it's quite amazing how the people I meet today I probably will never meet again. So that's why I like just to say hi, just to engage with people. Hi, how are you? Excellent, I'm fine. And your rail card then? No, we can do upside down as well, that's fine.
After a quick break at Lancaster, Catherine makes the return journey back to Central.
Before I became a conductor, I was a self-employed dog groomer from home.
Bye, folks, thank you.
Bye-bye. That's you, a bit of a step there, isn't it?
I could have any done for you.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, have a good day.
We were burgled and just lost my nerve a little bit being at home.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board passengers joining us.
I was very angry for a couple of months, very upset with people, and I woke up one day and thought, that's enough, I've had enough of moping around, and saw an advert in the paper for conductor, and here I am today.
Any tickets, please, folks?
On her daily journey over the border, Catherine has seen all sorts.
As you go through the train, the banter does change. I think the Scottish banter is normally a bit louder. So are you up for the day, or is it a few days in Glasgow?
No, it's just, well, we're only going to Carlisle.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I'll give Carlisle a ring and tell them that you're on your way. We don't mind a bit of banter, but as long as there's no language. I had quite a rowdy bunch that had been drinking before they got on, and I think they saw me to begin with and thought, oh, nice softie, we can put our music on, we can carry on drinking and being naughty and swearing. And the other tickets that haven't been checked, folks. I went into the carriage and I hollered. I was like a fishwife, and that changed their attitude towards me instantly. On behalf of myself and the staff on board, we'd like to thank you for travelling with us today. Stern but nice. I think they've called me in the past. Next and final stop in just a minute or two will be Glasgow Central. This is like a snapshot of the universe. We've had folk going back to Australia, ladies off to the hospital, and we've got students, so we've got everybody. This gives me the time to do what I love to do, and sometimes I forget I'm actually at work.
So we had a call this afternoon at 12 o'clock regards weather warnings for the rain and heavy winds as well.
Station manager Susan likes to be hands-on.
So things like this, that the brakes aren't really working on this, so that's something that I would want somebody to look at. Obviously tonight I want the staff out, I want them to be checking the platforms, so when I come up and I see things and somebody's told me they've checked it, and then I come and see it, then they're the kind of things that I would go back and say, actually guys, this isn't good enough.
Just making sure everything on the platform is secure.
Today, Gary is on storm duties.
Just with the bad weather coming in, making sure nothing flies off the platform onto the track. So we need to tie things up, like the trolleys here. Some people just leave them lying, especially if they can't be bothered getting out in the rain, they just leave them lying here, so they need to be secured. £1 coin there. I don't think it's going to be as bad as we've had before, but it's supposed to be high winds.
This isn't Gary's first storm.
Can I say that? That's what it was called officially, wasn't it? Hurricane Bobag, yeah. Trolley went onto the track during that, so you do learn from the mistakes.
Good evening. Well, that's Storm Hector on his way, and he's going to bring his strongest winds to the west, central and southern parts of Scotland tomorrow morning. We could see gusts of wind up to 70 miles per hour in the most exposed areas, widely around 50 to 60 miles per hour.
See when you had a wee drink or two in Glasgow and a few hoffs.
As the night shift starts, duty manager Drew has more than just the storm to contend with.
Never L2 to mighty 23, 24.
24, Drew, go ahead.
Morris, just some of the entries to 9 and 10, there's just some that needs to be swept up right away, if you don't mind, before somebody slips on it, just in the ticket gates. Big Morris is on his way up. Morris is just there. The guy dropped it. You're not going to put him on a plate, are you?
You'll put you in a plate.
Thanks, Morris.
It's a pleasure, Mr. Bull.
There you go. Thanks, mate. As we can probably see from outside, the rain is starting. You can feel the wind starting to come up, so signs of small puddles on the platform. Possibly a leak coming from the main roof. So I'll need to report that. The rain is picking up, so that's an indication that Storm Hector's on its way. We'll be in high alert tonight. Fingers crossed everything's okay in the morning for services to start running.
As we head through the night, we'll see widespread gales across the country. Gusts possibly even touching 70 miles per hour.
Good morning to you. Yes, Storm Hector packing a punch for the time of year. We're already hearing of some disruption to public transport.
Morning, ScotRail Control. We're struggling this morning, just getting trains into places because of overhead line problems all over the country just now. So, but we're getting them. Excuse me, I have to answer this phone. Sorry. Hello, ScotRail Control.
Unfortunately, no trains running, low level at the moment.
There are high-level trains to Newton.
Okay.
That's your best bet, definitely.
It's rush hour, and Grant has some bad news for this morning's commuters.
Other lines have got disruption due to trees being on the line. So it can be trees in the line, it can be damage to the wires. It is just your luck.
For Mark and his team at Network Control, tensions are high.
We've seen a mixed morning. We have seen high winds affecting more especially the west of Scotland, and with that they have caused quite a bit of debris to be blown onto tracks. We have had a number of events overnight and during the course of the morning where trees have come from gardens, the high winds have brought them down, they've brought down fences.
There's a few trees down throughout the network. My section, I've got a good few, and it's not great.
We couldn't believe it's June. This is more typical of middle of October, November weather, when we've got leaves blowing about and winds of this speed. This is unprecedented.
I spoke to Network Rail and they're looking at least 2 to 3 hours or something like that until that upline's going to be cleared because the lines are down.
With trains cancelled, passengers and drivers are stranded.
The problem is basically, because of the disruption we've got and the line blockages we've got, crews and units are all over the place, so we need to try and get crews in place for it so we can actually start work for the passengers basically.
Why are the trains cancelled? Overhead wire damage. It can be a while, we don't know exactly yet. Hey, where are you trying to get to?
To the exhibition centre.
Yeah, there's a problem with the line just now, there's disruption. So we've not really had anybody really angry about it so far, so hopefully that'll continue that way. There's nothing downstairs just now. I know
Try
it's
and get a bus to
ideal.
Dumbarton. Bloody hell. No, thank you.
Or your next one for here, high levels at 9 o'clock, the cross-country one.
Aye, okay, that's great.
If this was to happen at 5 o'clock at night, we see a more effect on the staff and the customers because there's more customers wanting to use the trains at night.
Just supposed to on then?
At the moment, yeah, it's not. As soon as Network Rail can fix the track, they'll let ScotRail know and then hopefully we'll get trains running again. It's just running a wee bit late. Just give me a wee second. Stay there, stay there.
Up on the main concourse, Derek's dealing with the knock-on effects of this morning's cancellations.
We lost the low-level services this morning at Hindley and Partick. We lost the overhead lines at Rutherglen, the low level, and we lost all the air shares and Inverclydes up in the high level. Now, the problem we have with that is we have trains trapped in different areas and drivers also trapped in these areas. We have to get things moving quite hard.
When it comes to Ayr, Largs, Ardross and all the ones on the coast, they are used to it because they're right on, the railway line itself is right on the coast, so high winds can affect the waves. But because we've got contingency plans in place, knowing that Storm Hector was coming, we already had secured shuttle buses to connect people from Kilwinning to Ardross and Harbour and Largs. So far so good, but it can all change.
10:06 is shown delayed. Are we guaranteed that's going to run, do we know?
Not sure as of yet, the box aren't sure.
If we keep running services like as they booked and they're running late, we'll never catch up. So we need to lose services. So in a nutshell, we need to cancel some trains to get some trains back on time. Oh, sorry, my phone's ringing here, sorry to get it, 2 seconds.
What we need to do is, if we're going to make it as the back workings of the 1037, we'll need to try and get that crew that should have worked at 1037 out to Helensburgh Upper. If you wanted to get a taxi out there to take them out there, you can do that.
As the controllers work hard to get the network moving, Central waits for updates.
After the tone, please record your name.
Chris, Glasgow Central.
You will now hear music until your chairperson joins the call.
Next thing, leave it.
Okay, good morning everyone. So in terms of this call, looking to give just an update on the current weather conditions. The gusts of winds over central Scotland have reduced slightly in the last hour. Still some gusts of wind over 50 miles per hour. So Joe's just going to give us an overview of the current disruptions affecting Glasgow Central.
Starting with the Ayrshire services, the line of route between Kilwinning and Largs and between Kilwinning and Ardrossan is currently closed.
We'll move to the low level now. Severe, significant
Problems affecting all services via Glasgow Central low level.
Is there an update prior to evening peak for passengers going back down the road?
Yeah, certainly we'll arrange another conference call prior to the evening peak.
Thanks, Mark.
The pressure is on for tonight's rush hour.
The latest is there's more trees coming down the West Highland line. So on top of that, we've got a few issues at Bells Hill as well, and that's causing issues with the Edinburgh services. So we've reduced our Edinburgh services from Glasgow Central to hourly, which is still running about half an hour late. Excuse me. ScotRail control.
For the team, stress is all part of a day's work.
A lot of the staff will be saying you need to be a wee bit crazy to work up in control. And I don't think it's wrong. I'll breathe a sigh of relief when my relief comes in later on this evening. Excuse me, I'm going to answer this. Hello, ScotRail control. 1 Alpha 21, the man's been reduced to 45 miles per hour. Possible problems with his...
The plan will be today that we'll get everything back to normal for the passengers in the evening peak tonight.
Let's get the latest travel news now with Susan Matthews.
Storm conditions continue to cause travel delays. ScotRail report delays and cancellations on their services across Strathclyde. BBC Radio Scotland Travel.
Well, it's now 4:30, 16:30, and basically that line's been down the whole day.
Overhead lines are now fixed, but there's still a backlog of cancelled trains.
Let's have a wee look for you.
So you know what's happening now, don't you? So it looks like they've played the line. What they've got is it's very much catch-up time. You're just coming up to the peak, so this is very, very important to try and get at least some services going.
Yeah.
That's a lot call with Hamilton anyway.
OK, let me have a wee look for you. There's been a lot of cancelled on that. Just now there's nothing put up.
Not even for Hamilton either.
We can connect to Motherwell via the high level, but the low level connects to services down through Lark Hall. Now, they probably wouldn't have had a service this morning, so we're determined to try and get something going for that, for the peak, to get people home. And guys, so I think you know what's going on, so it looks like they've got the line back cleared. Well, hope that,
46 Lark Hall.
looks like we've got that. Looks like we've got it. I'll just get the guys up here as well.
I've no doubt that without the internet, social media, without all the weather reports, we would have a mob on our hands here.
When you get a big kind of weather-related, a big crisis like you'll see why the station works. Everybody comes together, you know. Network Rail colleagues, ScotRail colleagues, just mushing together.
So where are you going to?
Blantyre.
Blantyre, right. That's one of the ones we're still having a bit of trouble with.
I think if it's weather-related, anything I've ever had weather-related, the passengers generally understand that.
I'm going to kill you, there's no trains!
A few hits. I need to go home now. Been about 1 million cogs turning just to get everything back online, from guys working out on the line, the control offices, rostering offices, make sure there's enough drivers, conductors, team. Just a lot of wheels to make it work. And that's the sign we're after, you know, the trains are starting to move.
Today's been unprecedented. A big storm in the summer very rarely comes. But Hector decided to come in and intervene with our plans today, so you know, it's a challenge. We get there, just another storm till the next one comes. You just look into the main board here. It looks, I can see all my services are in place and going. I live for the railway.
Just have your tickets ready, guys. That's perfect, thank you. That's great, lovely, thank you very much. You know, you walk into a train station, you're like, it's like another world sometimes. So, if you can help them, doesn't take anything out your day, does it? That's perfect, thank you. Thank you. That's great, guys, thank you. Cheers, much. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, lovely, how are you? You all right? I did, aye. Thank you. So I heard about your job as well. Well done to you. I always get told years ago, when you're speaking to people, make it individual. So it's how many times can I come up with something different to say to someone? That's great, lovely. That's great, that's fine, thank you. Just as long as you make sure that you're paying attention to everybody and make sure you know you're doing what you're doing. Hi, lovely. Lovely, you're just going, where are we going?
I think it's 2.
You're going with cross country? Yeah, that's you. So you're just round the corner, just at platform number 2? You're good to go. All right. As long as you're just polite to someone. After a long day, all you want to do is go home. You want to put your ticket in, you want it to work. You don't want to have to wait.
Usually here you have a big queue of people wanting to ask you questions.
Customer service assistant Josie spends most days in the centre of the concourse.
One of the things I do love is people watching. One of the most fun parts of the job. So you go out this exit. I kind of made it my mission to make sure we had a lot of information for tourists. Isle of Butes, that kind of welcome to Glasgow. Any questions, feel free to ask. What I can give you, I don't know if you got this, it's the map and it's got the city sightseeing. Usually in Central Station, the meeting point for friends, lovers, the like, is always under this clock. So I get to see a lot of that. Last week we had a lovely romantic meeting. She had come off a train and he was waiting with flowers and gave her a big hug and kiss. It was right under that clock and I just thought that was really nice and romantic. You do see a lot of kissing couples, snogging couples. I tend to look away or find something else to do so I'm not witnessing it firsthand. We have had a few weddings that have taken place at the Grand Central Hotel. They want their photos taken in the station, so it's usually under the clock. I do photobomb a lot. There was one where I'm in the background going,
We met on our first date here, under this very clock. The first date, I remember feeling nervous but excited. There was something a bit special about it, so.
For Vicky and Ash, that first date led to an even more special moment.
I just remember being taken completely by surprise. Vicky had told me that she was just taking me out for dinner. So we had just got on the train as normal and come into Glasgow, and as we were walking towards the clock, Vicky then just suddenly got down on one knee and asked me to marry her. And then I looked up to the bar up here, and all our family were standing, clapping, and yeah, it was just a really special moment.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise because I actually had literally no idea. And everyone round about was just like clapping and congratulating us.
The significance of Glasgow Central Station definitely has been changed for me forever. Not only was it the first place that Vicky and I met, it was where we returned to on our wedding day to get pictures taken underneath the clock. It's going to be always a special place for us.
We've got Jay Z and Beyonce at Hampden today, which is great news for us.
We're going to Beyonce!
We'll get lots of girls who go to Beyonce, so there's usually a lot of glamour going.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
So I think we're looking at about 14,000 or something. I'm going to go and check my queues. Right, I'll see you later.
At events, Susan is never far away from the action.
That's them all queuing up to get their tickets. That's a good thing.
We've got a lot of people coming through the station. I have had so many inquiries about how to get to Mount Florida. Is it quicker going by bus or by train? It is so much quicker going by train. 8-minute journey, so. I actually quite like Beyonce.
Are you ready?
I always remember dancing in Topshop in the middle of To Crazy in Love, so it's one of those kind of fond memories I have.
We're off to Beyonce! Woo! She thinks she's Beyonce.
Crazy in Love.
It seems quite calm just now. It seems quite calm.
That's me finished, so I feel kind of bad that I'm finishing up when it's starting to get really busy, but oh well.
I think that we get to experience the concert in some way as well. We get to get the vibe and the team get to enjoy it. We get to hear all the news. People are excited going. We help them get there. And then when they're coming home, they've had a great time. And we kind of experience it along with them. It's nice having a piano player in. Keep the vibe going. They're asking if you know Beyonce.
I've never met her, but... I'm a single lady.
That's them all starting to walk up now and get into the queuing system. So we're getting there. So, hi! Enjoy yourselves. They're all behaving, thank goodness, they're all behaving.
Watching us. The seagulls are watching us.
Up on the station roof is Drew's favourite spot.
This is me just at the start of my shift here on the night shift, 7 to 7 in the morning. So I just come up, have a wee look, just to get the brain ticking over. You get a good view of the main station roof here, and you've got a Grand Central Hotel all the way round. So you're basically starting from Gordon Street, and this is your main concourse area.
See, I've worked here 24 years. I just love working in the place. Might get a statue one of these days built in the central, eh? You never know, eh? Even you think you were in Glasgow when you were up here, would you really? It's nice and peaceful. Then it's time to go back down to the concourse there, and then that's when it all happens. I say seagulls again. They're following me everywhere. So just keep your eye on. There it's, look. So be careful, they might dive bomb you. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Everybody seems to be behaving, everybody's enjoying themselves, so hopefully it's like this for the rest of the evening. There you go, a wee dance for you there. You'll see them as they come through the night. It varies from being sober to not so sober to be miraculous.
Have a band of men, and all they do is play for me. Oh, God's a song. And if you're with the one you love, oh, this is what you do. Oh, dance, dance, dance in the central station. And everyone will know just where you are. Oh, come on, everybody, dance, dance, dance to your tin guitar.
Glasgow is what you say, it's full of them.
That's how we work it, right? Thanks very much.
See, everybody's having fun, they're all enjoying themselves. I wonder how long it will last.
I've got a good feeling. Girls are going to be in good spirits. We're going to have a laugh with them and then get them out of stations. The Glaswegians like a good swally, and it can go either way. It can go good or it can go really bad. It makes our job difficult sometimes, but hey. Was it good? Is it finished?
No, we left a wee bit early so we could get home.
A late start at the Beyonce concert puts extra pressure on Susan and her team.
So because she's delayed 20 minutes, unfortunately the plan that was in place is maybe a little bit messed up for us because she's supposed to have come off at 10:30. So that's where the relationships with kind of Hampden and the organisers and the train operating companies and our train planning team all work together to try and get a plan that's going to work for us all. We work as best we can, but there's no trains on a Saturday after 12 o'clock. I do think we might get there one day, that trains will run full time. And I think we'll probably be 24 hours one day, and I think that's what will happen.
Beyonce and Jay Z.
Did you have a good time, ladies?
Aye, it was worth 90 quid, but it was all right.
Well, they all seem in good fettle, actually, don't they? They all seem quite happy. They've all wore sensible shoes, I see. That's good. That means there's less slips, trips and falls for me.
Do you want to grab the defib for me, just in case?
I think it's quite regular in a station to have medical incidents. Sometimes it's a fall, a cut.
Get a chair for me.
It might be much more serious.
You okay, sir?
Just pop yourself down.
You okay? We'll get a wee chair.
I've got a qualification as a nurse, and my destiny is led by what happens in the station and what people need me for.
Has an ambulance been phoned for this guy?
Every day, something always happens, so you've got to be kind of ready for anything.
We have roughly a male, 58 years of age, with central chest pain. We require an ambulance at Glasgow Central at the Gordon Street entrance. Received? Is there any aspirin on?
You have to have, as a station manager, good optimism every day. It's an event. We try and keep a positive vibe on it.
Thanks to Susan and the station staff, the passenger made a full recovery.
Summer in Glasgow. End of another glorious Beyonce concert.
You get a great vantage point from the offices. Sitting here, you could board the trains and you can watch it, make sure everything's okay with the departure board, but you're also a good vantage point in the concourse area, and you could just watch. Number 2 to anyone who can see the Brights Transport, please, if you can tell them to go to platform 7 and 8, please. There's a guy who's seen under the influence of alcohol and who's been refused travel. Thank you, David. Friday and Saturday nights are the most popular nights for people to go out and have a refreshment or two, and it's just unfortunate some of them get a refreshment or two too much. We don't like to refuse people travel, but it's for our own safety. Because if they were to go on the train under the influence of alcohol and something was to happen or they were to fall, or it could end up quite serious. And I better board some trains. So I've just to board the last few services that's leaving Glasgow Central. And I'm not as experienced as my colleagues in the office here, so I'm hoping I don't make a mistake. So aboard this East Kilbride, and then you'll see the vast majority of the customers on the concourse moving towards number 9, I hope. And then we'll prepare to close the station, and all going well, the station will be closed for 1 o'clock tonight.
So that's TransPennine just coming on top of platform 2.
Platform supervisor Sajid is on his very last shift. He's retiring after 45 years at Central.
I'm from the railway. I went to a railway school in Pakistan. I go way back. Everybody come and see Sajid. Right. We'll wish Sajid the best, leaving the railway. Right. He's a top guy. Wish you all the best. Right, we'll all be coming for a FIFA core on Saturday night. The West End. Right. We'll all be there. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Sajid gets the final trains in and out of the station.
My father was a head timekeeper in the railway in Pakistan, and he came over in 1961 and joined the railway again. At that time, there was barriers. They were different, you know. So he was standing there checking tickets. He helped me actually to get into the railway. See there? And see all these windows? He put up the train, platform, and destination where it's going. It's got board like window size. So he just lifted and put it up in front of the window. See their seats? There was right in the middle, there was a paper shop, right? Like, you know, magazines and things. I'm gonna miss all this, you know? What they call it? Memories, you know? It's gonna be my memories.
As he has done for countless years, Sajid is off to the office to update the train information for the early shift.
This is the last time I'll be doing this.
It's Drew's job to make sure the last passengers have left the station.
It looks like we've got one sleeper there that we'll need to keep an eye on. Bar ourselves and the Brights Transport Police and one customer there. It's deserted. Good night.
Night, lads.
Good night. This is not supposed to happen, you know. Yeah. There's a will, there's a way. Took a while, but I got there. Joe's an expert at securing the gates. And that's Glasgow Central closed.
Behind closed doors, there's still plenty of work to be done.
So we've got a few hours, get the station spick and span again, and then we'll see what happens when we open the gates at 4 o'clock. But if he wasn't making that noise, it'd be nice and peaceful in there, so but you get a feeling of the history when it's like this. You get a, you know what I mean? It's like you can see all the buildings and working within. It's like I always say, Glasgow Central's a town within a city, and it is iconic. A great place. He spoiled the peace.
Pick a card. Right, any card. Right, don't show me it. Hey, put it back. Oh, so that one? Let's get it. Here.
Kev and Stevie are on shift tonight. In the world of night maintenance, they're the dream team.
We need to remember what time it is. Hey, what did you do with that one?
That one there.
Tonight they've been tasked with changing the clock face, which gets altered for special occasions.
Got it?
Yep.
We're decorating the clock for Motor Neurons Week.
You want to see something scary?
Yeah. That's a Halloween.
Halloween ghost. I'll stick one of these signs on just now, right? Onto that face there. Go and turn it around a wee bit.
Great, before you cut the hole. Right, good to go.
Is that right? Oh, that looks squint, actually. Try to get all four sides the same.
People miss trains. That was you then, that one.
No, that's your one. Basically, we're a maintenance team. We've worked together. I've been with him 16 years. That's Stevie with his wee bib and braces on. He likes his bib and braces, and that's me. And Stevie's surveying the job to say, it's awfully high, we need the scissor lift up there. No job's too big or small. We can do it all.
Right. Right, back.
Yours is squinty.
Time is now approaching 4 o'clock. Saturday morning, everybody's been out on a Friday night having a wee drink or six. Some will come in with sore heads and they'll just sit in the seats and they'll go for a sleep for a couple of hours before their first train. And then the first service is at 4:22.
But this is the last one up train. I don't have any more trains now.
Sajid's very last shift has come to an end.
See you later. A wee bit sad, but it's okay. I'll overcome.
That's a very happy retirement to Sajid after 45 years of railway service.
Nice. Nice. Thank you.
The leg end has retired.
Tell me if the hat is okay.
Oh, fabulous. 45 years. Very cool.
Oh, that's good. Oh, how you doing? You looking for a hug, are you? I'm gonna miss you, John.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
I had to end somewhere, so I think this might be the end. All right. Can the end with the railway?
Next time,
No, but you want some more water?
the heat wave returns,
It's too hot up here.
and so do the disruptions.
It's an absolute pantomime.
And Paul reveals the ghosts of Central's past.
If the boys in Central Station could talk, what a hellish story they would tell us, and I firmly believe that's true.